And here is Manga Entertainment's release of Mamoru Oshii's Ghost in the Shell. This is... oh, it's a gatefold. I guess I should take it out so you can take a look at that. Now this is kind of one of those titles where you love it or you hate it, because it's Mamoru Oshii's vision, but it's somewhat different from the original manga that was put out by Masamune Shirow. So it was given a theatrical release in America, and this has a making of in the CAV edition, and but the picture quality is like crap. Yeah, if you want to get this movie, get the DVD, because the picture quality is so much better on the DVD. This picture quality is, I think they transferred it straight from the VHS because it looks that crappy. But they did make up for it with the TV series that came out in the early 2000s called, what was the name of the TV series? I'm blanking again. But it does have music by Yoko Kanno, which is always a good thing. But this is not. This actually has music by Brian Eno, of all things. But this is good to have because, you know, CAV edition, stuff like that. But like I said, better on DVD, unfortunately. Okay. Here we got You're Under Arrest, or Taiho Shisazo. This is an Anime release in their hybrid, as they call it, Laserdisc release, which means it's in CLV, 2 episodes on one side, Japanese with English subtitles, and the same 2 episodes on the other side with English dub soundtrack. So it was kind of pretty neat to have that, the way they did that for us. This is a pretty fun series, made by the same guy who created, what is his name? Kosuke Fujishima. He also created, Oh My Goddess. But it was a very popular series, I mean, because it first came out the OAV series, then it spawned a TV anime, and then a movie, and then actually also spawned in the early 2000s a live-action TV series. So it's this series got a lot of mileage out of it. So this is a lot of fun. It's only 4 OAV episodes though. So if you just want to get a taste of the series, it's pretty good way to start there. Here we go. This is another one of Gainax's anime, The Wings Upon the Yamis. Is this CAV or CLV? I don't quite recall, but it does have, it's a very good movie. I think it was Gainax's first movie, one of their first titles, but it got totally panned in Japan when it first came out, but now the history's been a lot kinder to it since. And this release does have, the English soundtrack and the Japanese soundtrack with closed caption subtitles. So, but this has so many releases. It's been released in DVD in America and Japan, and like so many releases on Laserdisc in Japan as well. I believe one of the releases in Japan is like a special box set that has the English and Japanese soundtracks on it. So I'm gonna try to track that one down. I'll probably get to it sooner or later, but there's so many titles for me to get. So, now this is another Studio Ghibli release. This is Nausicaa of the Valley of Wind. At least how I thought. This is the Hong Kong release of what I thought was Nausicaa of the Valley of Wind, but it's actually the hack and slash of Warriors of the Wind. This was the New World Pictures dub of Nausicaa of the Valley of Wind, but with like 30 minutes cut out. And yeah, this is and it's down there. You can see it's kind of obscured by the label there, by the security label. It says Chinese and English subtitles. Only thing is though, there are no English subtitles, just Chinese subtitles. So this is all around mess up for me when I bought this in Hong Kong. It's in Cantonese here, and it cost me 285 Hong Kong dollars, which is about 40 bucks. So that was a $40 mistake. At least it has nice cover artwork though. All right, here we go. This is a little series called Variable Geo, based on a video game, a fighting game out of Japan, with the most ridiculous premise ever. It's basically a game about a fighting tournament to determine who's the strongest waitress in the world. Yeah, and it's as ridiculous as it sounds. So basically, it's just a lot of bouncing boobs and stuff like that fighting. But actually, animation is actually pretty good.
Yo, Anta. こういうの求めてたんだ俺。僕も。なら本気で行くぜ。
いいわよゆか、押して押して。頑張ってゆか、もう少しよ。
やあ、避けた。取った。これでお前も終わりだな。教えてやるよ。なんで俺が久保田純なのかな。これが俺の必殺技、久保田マット。とどめだ。
If you're into that sort of thing, so to speak. So I got the Laserdisc here. I initially bought this on DVD in America, but the DVD looked like crap, released by a.d.vision, so I imported the Laserdiscs, and they look much better. And thankfully, it wasn't very expensive for all these three. So, but yeah, unless you're a big fan of fighting anime or waitresses, you might not want to check that out. Oh, here we go. This one single Laserdisc I had this series called Virus, or the Masamune Obari series. Virus Buster Siege is a full name, but I bought this simply because this one company called Anime Planet was liquidating the Laserdisc inventory, and I bought this for $15 because the original price I was asking for was $60. So, but $15, I couldn't pass it up. But I haven't really watched it yet because I haven't seen the other parts of the series. But it's Masamune Obari, so you can expect a lot of gratuitous fan service and such like that. Okay, I got Vampire Princess Miyu, OAV series. This is also another one of hybrid Laserdisc releases from Anime Go. 2 episodes on one side, English subtitled with the Japanese language. Other side with same episodes, English dubbed. This is a remastered version from the original release. It looked better. It actually looks better from the original release because they originally released this title on a single Laserdisc with all 4 episodes, and they split this up in here for the hybrid release. Very decent, very good series. Actually, they did revamp the series for a TV series in the late 90s, which is also very good. But this is just the OAV series, so it's either way to watch it. They're still both very good series. Alright, and we got the Vampire Hunter D movie from Streamline Pictures. Nice cover artwork by Yoshitaka Amano. Again, for some reason, it does have the English language soundtrack and the Japanese language soundtrack on this disc, but no closed captions, so no closed captioning for us here, unfortunately. But nice cover artwork by Yoshitaka Amano. Okay. We have Yujin Brand. This is kind of a adult anime title from the manga artist Yujin. Not much to say about it other than it's just kind of like off the wall stuff. Not the most gratuitous sex either, but I mean it is an adult title, so it is what it is. This is Tokyo Babylon from Clamp. The only release they made of the series on Laserdisc here in America, so I'm glad to have that. And this does have the English language soundtrack and the Japanese language soundtrack and closed caption subtitles, thankfully. So that's good. Oh, here we go. You've got, this is Phantom Questcor, another one of the original series that Pioneer produced for anime series that Pioneer produced when they first started releasing titles on Laserdisc. It's only 4 episodes, basically about this company in Japan where they started with this, owned by this one woman, Ayaka Kisaraki, and they investigate a paranormal activity of sorts. So she's fighting vampires, ghosts, and stuff like that. And it's pretty fun. And it's nothing not groundbreaking by any means, but it's still a fun series. And there's only 4 episodes, so I think they re-released it on DVD in America, so you can probably get it that way if it's still in circulation. And here we have Vampire Hunter, based on the video game by Capcom, called, well, in Japan it's called, the original title was called Vampire. The second game was called Vampire Hunter, and the last game in the series called Vampire Savior. In America it's called Darkstalkers. But they released this series by Studio Madhouse, and the animation is very good. The story is, like most fighting games, is very thin. But it's still fun to watch because I really do love this series. It's basically, you know, they took every classic movie monster of sorts with a couple other ones off the wall ones thrown in, like Bishamon, who's a haunted samurai ghost. It's a haunted samurai ghost armor, excuse me. With, like, you know, there's a gill man in there, and there's a vampire, and you got the Morgan the succubus, you got a cat girl, werewolf, mummy, a Frankenstein type monster, and it's all in this fighting game. And it's just, you know, if you're a horror fan and a video game fan and a fighting game fan, it's like your dream come true. And it's actually handled very well as far as the fighting game goes. The OAV series, I haven't finished it yet. I keep on meaning to finish it because I do have it on DVD with English subtitles. But I will sooner or later. But it's actually one of the better fighting game 2 movie anime. And this comes with some extras here. I've got these stickers. You got a sticker of the Vampire Hunter logo. Those are the runes that go on the what's her face, the Chinese hopping ghost Lele that go on her forehead. Those are stickers of that. You got the stickers of the guitar that the zombie. Well, in America it's called Lord Raptor, but for some reason his name is Zabel in the Japanese version. Got some liner notes here. All together, glad I have this because it's a great series. And the DVD version, it looks okay. The Laserdisc looks much better because I don't know what source that Viz used for their DVD release, but glad I got this because it looks much better. Here we have Power Stone. This is a TV anime series that was based on another fighting game released for the Sega Dreamcast. And this is another one of those titles I just bought on a whim because the place Anime Planet was liquidating the latest titles, so I bought it for $15. Haven't really watched it because, you know, it's volume 2 of the series and I need to watch volume 1 before I really get the gist of it. But yeah, it is what it is. Here we have Princess Mononoke, Mononoke Hime, Studio Ghibli release. This is mainly known because one of Miyazaki's best, and it was the first title that Disney released to America when they partnered with Studio Ghibli to release their titles around the world. And this was actually released, kind of a limited release in America. I actually did catch the English dub version in the theaters, which is actually well done, with voices like Minnie Driver and who else? What's her face from? I think she was the girl from the Romeo and Juliet movie from the 90s. But this is a very, very good good transfer of the movie. It's like crystal clear and Dolby Digital surround sound. So very glad I got this because it's really, really awesome. Alright. There we go. This is Project Echo. Really wacky anime series from the 80s. Bought this one in Hong Kong. 319 Hong Kong dollars. That cost me about $45 or so. Wasn't that cheap, but it is what it is. Hard to explain, but the thing about this movie, it is a letterbox of sorts, but they kind of the letterboxing is the bottom of the screen, and you put the subtitles in the box at the bottom. So it's kind of raised letterbox of sorts. It's different, but you know, it works. Though from what I understand, it's a pretty bad transfer because they didn't really use a very good source for that. Here we go. This is Rig Veda, the another series by Clamp. I think it was the first anime series that was made of a Clamp series. Loosely based on some of Indian mythology, but it's Clamp, so I love it. And the artwork, and the covers are nice. Actually, I have these two really big art books based on Rig Veda artwork, and those are really awesome. There we go. We got these are releases from what's called the Rumic World series. A couple of OAVs based on some short stories by Rumiko Takahashi, the creator of Ranma and Osei Yatsura. These I bought at a used Japanese bookshop in North Jersey for $5 a piece, so I was glad to grab those. And yeah, this one's called The Laughing Target, about a girl who travels back in time and finds a samurai, runs across a samurai warrior. It's kind of hard to explain, but you gotta see it to see how the story wraps around like that. This one's called no, that was called Fire Trooper. Sorry, getting my titles. This is The Laughing Target, about a haunted girl, and this one is Maris the Chojo, or it's just called the Chojo, which was released in America as the Super Gal, but when it first came out it was first released by U.S. Manga Corps, but then DC Comics was like, yeah, you can't call that Super Gal because we have a character called the Super Gal, so they named it Maris the Chojo after the character named Maris. So those are the Rumiko Takahashi stories. This one is called The Spirit of Wonder. This is a pretty neat story. Nothing special, but still pretty neat about this Chinese restaurant owner. Everyone calls him Miss China, and in this one town, in the old town set in like the turn of the century, Victorian area type of town, and the scientist who lives above her restaurant. And she owns the building, so he has to pay rent on it, but he never does. And they create crazy things. I think it's a longer running manga series than that, but it only had one episode, only the episode that came out of it. So it's good, but not great. And it's another hybrid Laserdisc release, so it's Japanese language soundtrack on one side with subtitles, and the other side, same episode with English dub. So it is what it is. Okay, here we go. We've got the Street Fighter 2 animated movie, the Japanese release, which looks very good. And this is the initial release by Sony when they released this on Laserdisc. But this one is uncut. This one has some stuff missing from it, even though it's called the unrated uncut version. But it really isn't. Transfer's poor on this one. Transfer's very good on this one. Even though this was re-released on DVD in America not too long ago, uncut with Japanese subtitles, the picture is piss poor because, again, it looks like they just used a Laserdisc for the source copy and they didn't really master it well, so it looked kind of crappy. So I got this instead because it looks much better. And it's just me being anal, because it's like, you're messing up stuff using Laserdiscs. But anyway, this is Skaban Deka, another release by a.d.vision. I think it's based on a TV series of the same name, a live-action TV series of the same name called Skaban Deka, about a girl who's a cop with her killer yo-yo of sorts. Another a.d.vision release, half hour, $40. Yeah, not cheap. Okay, and here says, here we go. This is Oh My Goddess, or Megami-sama. This is the OAV series. This was also had a TV series and a couple movies. This is the original OAV series, hybrid release by Anime. Nice series. Pretty popular, seeing as how they made so many other series out of it. What's it gonna take?